Hi there, I'm Shane Cox and I'm going to show you how we turn these two little sticks into this glass of wine.
Round at Orange here, Roy's pruning the red block. This is essentially the start of the growing season for us. The vines are dormant, they're just coming out at the other end of autumn. The soil temperature is below 10 degrees, and what that means is that we don't have sap and nutrients flying around in the vine. The leaves have dropped off, the vine's are sleeping.
Things we look at for red wine with our harvesting decisions is the lignification of the stem here, the browning off. See, the actual stem of the bunch is the same colour as the cane now. Green equals green in red wine. You've got green stems, green seeds, you'll make green wine. In the coming weeks, staff will work minimum 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Ferments don't sleep. It's about grapes, it's about people, it's about the weather and anticipation. It's about fatigue and commitment. It's about passion and patience. This is what you call rarely ripe Chardonnay. The juice is showing some browning. That's due to oxidation. Keep going for a bit. Should be able to get most of this across. So I'm going to wrap it up there, I think. Same juice. Ferment this, you make fruity wine. Ferment this, you make funky wine. Add the yeast to the juice, give it a mix, then we're going to fill our barrels. So you can just see the crystal flakes there. That's basically unstable acid in the wine, natural acid that's come out of solution. Even though these crystals are completely harmless, they're often mistaken for shards of glass. You can't seal up the lid when it's fermenting, otherwise it just goes bang. We drop bunches of grapes in here, as you'll see shortly. This cage is rotating. Now, it doesn't actually use centrifugal force to fling the grapes out, it kind of tumbles them. Quite a few of the berries are still quite intact, so you certainly need to be able to break the berry to get the juice to initiate the fermentation, but it's quite nice to have some whole berries in there as well. What happens is you actually get a little fermentation going on inside the grape, which is tends to make quite a fruity component in the wine. So today we're going to make some of the pink stuff, rosé. Rosé comes from red grapes, and there's two ways of making it. Today we're going to de-stem the fruit and put it in the press. With the press we will get the juice. During the pressing process we will use an enzyme to help extract colour. Yesterday was a big day of grape reception, lots of crushing, and last night was a fairly enthusiastic dinner party, but we're here this morning to have a look at what came in. With plunging, the general consensus is that we would do this between 3 and 4 times a day. It depends on what part of the country you come from. Every winemaker has a regional, you develop a regional palate. Like I can find some of the wines from warmer climates of New Zealand, but full and heavy, and being the fact that they are good wines, and they would probably find my wines, I think they're elegant, they'd say they're lean, so you tend to get a preference for the wines that you make. You know, good and a bad thing, got to drink plenty of everything, I think. And you only have to use these blue tarps if some asshole steals all the lids off your tanks and sells it as scrap metal. So this is what we call lees, that is the fermented yeast. When we do lees stirring, this is what we're mixing back through the wine. All this is sitting as sedimentary layer at the bottom of the barrel. We stir it up. It helps impart a biscuity and nutty flavour to the wine.
There are tens of thousands of dollars invested here, and this is where the role of marketing and sales is critical to the success of any wine company.
Over the last couple of decades, the wine trade has changed dramatically, both in terms of the way wines are presented to the consumer and the way consumers access those wines.
It pays for me to do tastings. You've got to do tastings because otherwise how does anyone know anything about your brand if you don't do a tasting in store?
At the end of the day, it is what it is, and big sleep in tomorrow.